In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the pages on your website that Google doesn't like and how you can fix them. So let's get to it. So there's a report in Google Search Console called Crawled, Currently Not Indexed, which contains pages that Google has crawled but has chosen not to index. And that means that Google has found these pages but is not showing them in the search results. If you look through this report, it'll often make sense why these pages are in there. For example, they may be RSS feed pages, paginated pages, or other low quality pages that wouldn't provide a good experience if someone landed on it. But that's not always the case. Sometimes there are good pages in there. At SERP Conference 2024, which was back in May, Gary Illyes provided some insight into why pages might show up in the Crawled Currently Not Indexed report and what someone could do to get those pages out of there or to prevent it from happening in the first place. The person interviewing Gary, she made a really important distinction here too, which is that crawled, not currently indexed, and discovered, not currently indexed, tell you how far along these pages are in Google's indexation process. So crawled means that Google has crawled and understood the page, and they have made a decision about that page. Discovered means that they are aware of the page, but have not yet crawled it or haven't made a decision about whether or not to include it in their index. So Gary confirmed that one reason pages go into that report is because the content on the page is too similar to other pages they've already indexed. He said that dupe elimination is something that they do, which is where they crawl a page, break up the text into granular chunks, and decide not to index it because there's already a similar version of that content in their index that has better signals. He also mentioned that the general quality of the site can increase the chances of pages being crawled and not indexed. He said if the number of these URLs is very high, that could hint at general quality issues. And Gary also said that sometimes a technical issue on the site can result in pages going into the error report. And according to him, this is the reason in the vast majority of cases. One example that he provided was that a site might accidentally serve the same exact page on every single URL on the site. The interviewer also provided an example here where JavaScript might be loading slowly, and when Google visits a page, the bot might see the same content on every single page. But there can be many other technical reasons. That's a very specific example and probably very rare, but that can certainly get the wheels turning in your head if you have server issues or someone working on your site recently. So if you see pages in the crawled, not currently indexed report that you don't want in there, here's what you can do. Improve the page by making the content more unique and add more value. If the page is thin on content, add more. Don't just repeat what others have said. Offer expert insights and opinions. Add images, add data, stuff like that. You can also send better signals to your page. This could be signals like incoming links to the page, or it might be a canonical tag. For example, if a site is showing multiple versions of a page, such as an AMP version, or a page syndicated on another website. And you can check for technical issues, so visually inspect the pages and make sure that they look and are loading like they should. Is JavaScript loading quickly enough? You can also consider recent changes to the site. Was someone working on the site before these pages showed up in the report? Have you changed URL structures? Moved to HTTPS, added or removed www from the URL? Have you converted a module on your site to JavaScript? Or have you changed any settings on your server or CDN? You can use the tools in Google Search Console. Click on a page in the report and select Inspect URL. This might give you some clues as to how that page was found, how the canonicals are set up, and if you are allowing the page to be crawled and indexed. From there, you can choose Test Live URL. And when that test is complete, check the screenshot to see what Google rendered. If it all looks good, you can request indexing. You can also improve the overall quality of your site. Now this is the most difficult and probably the most unclear recommendation of them all, because site quality can be a lot of things. But Google does have documentation. They mention things like including trustworthy information, adding unique and valuable content to the site, and design your content for readers, not search engines. And my guess is, if your site has quality issues, you probably have a good idea of what those are anyway. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some direction on what to do if you have pages in the crawled, currently not indexed report. Hope this was helpful for you, and I'll catch you in the next video.